Hello and welcome to AH Shooting and Just Good Food. Today I'm going to be making some beef jerky. All I'm going to do today is marinate it overnight, make a marinade up, put some spice in, and we're going to put it on the dehydrator, and then I'm going to go out and do a bit of shooting, hence the cloves. So first, quickly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the dehydrator I'm using. I'm using this Andrew James Dehydrator, and it's got 6 levels on it. That can all be taken off, and then 6 shelves that all kind of stack on top of each other like that. So that's what the jerky is going to go on to. I highly recommend this. I've done quite a few things on it now and it works perfectly. It does the job awesomely. And when I came to buy it, there was a 6-week waiting list, which I've never ever heard of before on any electrical things that I've kind of bought anyway. So it proves how good it is. This has done me a little AH Shooting Just Good Food thing. So all I'm quickly going to do now is make up the marinade, put the meat in it. That's going to stay in there overnight, so I mean, give it 12 hours. I'm going to try and give it sort of 24 hours. And then we're going to put the jerky on the dehydrator, and we'll see how it comes out. Cool. In here, what I've got is 180 ml of soy sauce. The salt in the soy sauce helps to preserve your jerky for longer, so there's plenty of salt in there, so I'm not going to put any other salt in it. There's 150 ml of Worcestershire sauce. There's 1 teaspoon of hot sauce. Obviously, if you don't like it too spicy, leave that out. If you want a bit more, put some more in. 1 tablespoon of honey. 1 teaspoon of liquid smoke. I get my liquid smoke from the butchers. They just kind of give me a little bit in a tub, and it's really nice. So if you're not making it on a hot smoker where you'd get the kind of smoke flavour from that, it's kind of good to put in here. It gives you a nice smoky flavour, obviously. But if you don't like it, or you can't get it, then just leave it out, it's fine. There's 35 ml of apple cider vinegar. That again helps kind of preserve it. And I've got 35 ml of water. That just kind of helps kind of thin it out a little bit. So you mix that up. Okay, so here I've got the dry ingredients, and what we have here is 1 tablespoon of coarse ground pepper, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of thyme, 1 teaspoon of Chinese 5 spice, 1 teaspoon of Harissa seasoning. If you can't get this, don't bother, but I found it in the supermarket. It's got lots of nice flavours in there. And I've got half a teaspoon of ground cloves, 1 teaspoon of chili flakes, 1 tablespoon of onion granules, and 1 tablespoon of garlic granules. So they're all going to go into the wet mixture and be just mixed up now. Tip them all in together like that. Okay, and then we'll just give it all a really good mix. There's a base mix for jerky, really, and the base mix is kind of soy sauce, the apple cider vinegar, and some water. So if you make sure you've got all those ingredients, you've got the base to a kind of a jerky marinade. After that, really, you can put anything else that you want into it. I've done this one before, so I know this it works really well, and it tastes absolutely beautiful as well. So there is a website that I kind of got the base mix from, and it gives you loads of other recipes as well. So I'll put that in the video descriptions for you to have a look at. But this one does work really well. Okay, so don't worry about the ingredients list and having to pause the video and that, because in the video descriptions I will put the whole list of ingredients for you, so you don't have to worry about pausing the video. Okay, that smells really nice, dead strong. Okay, so we've got our marinade. Okay, so what I've got here is 3 pounds of rump beef. I've had the butcher slice it up. It's in about probably sort of 1/4 inch slices. So I'm going to add that to the mixture. You're better off using leaner meat if you can get it, rather than one with fat, because it'll kind of store for longer. However, I never worry about that too much myself, to be honest, because it's never around long enough to worry about storage. It don't last that long with me. The good thing that I find about doing jerky on the dehydrator rather than the actual smoker is that you can just turn it on 10-12 hours, however long it takes, and just leave it. You don't have to go back to it at all. Okay, so make sure that all the meat is covered in the marinade. Okay, so all we're going to do then is just pop it into the refrigerator, have it wrapped, and I'm going to leave that in there overnight. So it's going to get 20 hours in there. What we'll do is I'm going to get up tomorrow morning about 8 o'clock, put it on the dehydrator, and we'll go from there. See you then. Okay, so it's the next morning now, and I've taken these out of the fridge. All I've done is I've drained the liquid off them. I kind of left them draining for about sort of 10 minutes to get rid of as much excess as I could. And as you can see already, the meat's starting to look a lot darker. And it's looking pretty good already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick these onto the dehydrator, and I think it's going to take, I don't know, I reckon about 12 hours I'm guessing at. So meanwhile I'm going to go and pick some mushrooms. So I've got the jerky on the dehydrator, got 3.5 shelves of meat, so I'll just take this one off so I can show you. Oops. If you just put it on, make sure that you spread it out, make sure that none of the meat is touching each other, so it just takes longer to dehydrate. So if you've got a space in between the meat, it just allows the air to circulate properly. Okay, so I'm going to just pop the top on that, there we go, and turn it on. I'm going to leave the temperature on 70 degrees and the time I'm going to leave on 12 hours, so that's it. Hit flash, and that's it. When it goes back to the temperature, it's working. Okay, so I've just got back from mushroom hunting. I didn't do very well, but never mind, I've got some nice jerky. So we've got, if you click on the time, it tells you how much longer. 7 hours left, so I've been 5 hours outside, and that's how long this jerky's had. So if I take the top off, it's starting to look real nice. That top jerky. It's still a bit soft in the middle, so we're going to leave it on, and yeah, it's still a little bit soft. I reckon it's going to take another 5 hours or so. I reckon it's going to take at least 10 hours. So we'll check again. Okay. Okay, so I've just come to check the jerky, and if I press the time, you can see that I've still got nearly another 6 hours left, but it's actually done. So I'm going to turn it off and have a look at it. So it's dried down nicely. Still got a bit of bend in it, but I'll try some. It's just there. I've caught it just in time. So that's dried really nice actually. It's looking good. I'll just put it all into one tray so you can see it. Some people make their jerky kind of a lot bigger strips, which is fine, you can do that, but I'm going to eat them all the same anyway, so to me it doesn't matter what size strips you've got. These just dry a bit quicker because they're a bit smaller, but that size is fine to me. But it looks like beef jerky.